These are steps on how to build the Allegro library. I'm assuming you've already downloaded and installed the MinGW TDM. I'll show you how to test that it's properly installed and not conflicting with code blocks. I'm assuming also that you've downloaded Allegro, DirectX, and Allegro Depths and unzip those into the downloads folder. I'll show you how to move those into the build and depths folders in Allegro library. I'm assuming you've already downloaded CMake, and we will generate the make file, build, and install the library itself. Okay, so first is the TDM MinGW. Let's load a command prompt, and if you type gcc-v, it will show you that you have the TDM 64 version 5.1 of the compiler installed. That is the correct version. Also, you can go into code blocks, and under settings, compiler, toolchain executables, you can see that it has auto-detected the TDM GCC64, which is in the root directory. If you have something else picked up in code blocks, then you have the old MinGW that was downloaded originally with code blocks, and that's not correct. In order to prevent that from happening, you got to go to the C drive, Program Files x86, here's code blocks, and if you have a MinGW folder there, you need to delete that or rename it back up or something so that it can't be detected by code blocks when it's looking for a compiler. The same problem exists with CMake, so you've got to make absolutely sure that you have the correct version of the compiler running and installed in the system. There's some troubleshooting in the slides. If you don't have it coming up properly, steps that will show how to do that. Next, you want to download Allegro, DirectX, and Allegro Depths. And if we go to the Downloads folder, you can see that I have unzipped Allegro, which is the library itself, Allegro Depths, and the DirectX MinGW. Okay, we need to go into the Allegro folder and make a new folder called Build, where the program will be built. We need to make another new folder called Depths, and this is where the dependencies will go. If we go back up to the downloads, I'm going to copy Allegro Depths, and I'm going to put this into the Allegro folder here. And if you look, this is what that folder should include. If you've got another folder inside of a folder, these are the folders that need to be inside of Allegro Depths in the Allegro folder called Depths. Okay, the other one, we go back to DirectX, we do the same thing. We copy, go on Allegro, Depths, and paste that one. If you look in that folder, this is what should be there. If you don't have that, if you've got something different, then you need to back up and repeat that step. Okay. Now I have CMake already installed, so I'm going to start that. Okay, so we're going to load the CMake program, and we need to fill out where the source code is located. And that is in Downloads, Allegro folder. Okay, so we'll select that folder, and now it's here. And we need to where to build the binaries. Those are going to go in the Allegro build folder. Okay, we have advanced checked, Okay, and let's do configure. We're going to use min-gw makefiles, native compiler min-gw makefiles, and we let it run, go through the process to generate, to configure, and there's some errors that come up, but that's okay. Now we're under advanced, and what we need to do is set CXX flags -M32. This forces it to do a 32-bit compile. We also have CMake CFlags -M32. Two more selections. We go down to the want, and we want monolithic, and we want static runtime. Monolithic makes one library file, not 8 of them, and static allows it to be linked together so it can run in its own directory. Now we're going to generate the makefile. Push generate. And when it's complete, we're done with CMake. Now we're going to go to the build folder and get this address. You click on that, Control C, and we'll go to command prompt, change directory, CD space, and paste that path. And now we are in that folder. Okay. Without a typo, we type min-gw32-make clean, which will clean anything that may have been there. Although we just created the build directory, we still wait for the clean operation to finish. Now we're going to do min-gw32-make, and we will start building the Allegro library. Scanning for dependencies, and it shows you the percentage as it builds the library. As you can see, this process takes a while based on the speed of your computer. Be patient, but it shows you the indication of the percent completed as it's moving along. Okay, so now it's done building. You still need to install the library so that it can be used properly. So we're going to do min-gw make install. And this will install the components of the library. These are all of the sample programs that are included with the library. And we're in the build. So if we look, we go into the examples directories. Okay, and I think it's execute extransform.exe. And this is what you get. Make a screen copy of that. And that's the first of 3 things that are turned in for the homework. The second thing that needs to be turned in for the homework is to go to the Allegro lib. And here you have the Allegro monolith DLL. Okay, that should be in the MinGW lib folder. That's the result of the install. With that, you can build and compile Allegro programs, which you will need to do for exercises 2 and 3. Thank you.